The passage discusses the importance of inner congruency and character development for achieving true success and fulfillment in life. The author shares personal experiences and observations of individuals who have achieved external success, but struggle with inner dissatisfaction and unfulfilled relationships. They highlight the shift from the character ethic to the personality ethic in modern society. The concept of paradigms is introduced, representing mental maps or models through which we perceive and interpret the world. The author uses a visual perception demonstration to illustrate how conditioning affects our paradigms, leading to different interpretations of the same information. They argue that genuine change and effectiveness come from shifting our paradigms and internalizing correct principles, such as the 7 habits of highly effective people, which are rooted in character development and true values. The text discusses the concept of paradigm shifts and the importance of understanding and aligning with fundamental principles or natural laws for personal and interpersonal effectiveness. It emphasizes that paradigms shape how we perceive and interpret the world, and shifting our paradigms can lead to significant changes in our behavior and attitudes. The story of a paradigm shift experienced by a man on a subway illustrates this point. The text also introduces the idea that principles are like lighthouses, guiding human growth and happiness, and that they are universal and self-evident truths that apply to individuals, families, and organizations. By embracing and living in harmony with these principles, people can achieve lasting success and happiness. The text discusses the flaws of the personality ethic, which promotes quick fixes and shortcuts to success without addressing the necessary growth and development. It emphasizes the importance of embracing the natural process of growth to achieve lasting results. The author highlights the significance of understanding and accepting the principle of process in all aspects of life, including personal character and emotional development. The text also emphasizes the need for self-awareness and honest acknowledgement of one's level of development. Attempting to pretend or take shortcuts leads to disappointment and frustration. The author shares personal anecdotes to illustrate the consequences of trying to force change in others or oneself without addressing the underlying paradigms and character development. Furthermore, the text introduces the inside-out approach, which advocates starting with self-improvement and character development as the foundation for effective interactions with others. The 7 habits of highly effective people are briefly mentioned as principles that can lead to lasting solutions and happiness. The text concludes with a call to shift paradigms and embrace principles for personal and interpersonal effectiveness. The maturity continuum and the 7 habits provide an integrated approach to personal and interpersonal effectiveness. They move individuals from dependence to interdependence. Dependence is characterized by relying on others to meet one's needs, while independence involves self-reliance and individual achievement. Interdependence, the highest level, emphasizes collaboration and cooperation to achieve greater success. The author emphasizes that true effectiveness lies in the balance between production and production capability. Neglecting the goose to focus solely on results can lead to long-term damage. The concept of the PC balance applies not only to physical and financial assets, but also to human relationships and organizations. Effectiveness is achieved by maintaining this balance, nurturing the assets, and recognizing the importance of interdependence in various aspects of life. The 7 habits offer a path from dependence to independence to interdependence, leading to personal growth and success. To make the most of this book, the author suggests 2 paradigm shifts. First, see it as a companion in the ongoing process of change and growth, not just a one-time read. Study and focus on each habit as you are ready, revisiting them as you progress. Second, shift from being a learner to a teacher, aiming to share or discuss what you learn with others within 48 hours of reading it. By applying these shifts, positive changes will occur. The PC balance principle, in particular, can revolutionize individuals and organizations. The first 3 habits lead to increased self-confidence and self-awareness. The next 3 habits help heal and strengthen relationships. The 7th habit, when internalized, makes one truly independent and capable of effective interdependence. Changing habits takes time and patience, but the benefits will be encouraging. This journey of self-growth is a valuable investment, and the results will be profound and deeply meaningful. Embrace the process of change and growth, and the rewards will be well worth it. In this section, the book discusses the concept of proactivity as the first habit of highly effective people. Proactivity means taking responsibility for one's life and recognizing the freedom to choose one's response to any circumstance, rather than being driven by external conditions or emotions. It emphasizes that humans have the unique ability of self-awareness, enabling them to stand apart from their thoughts and feelings and make conscious decisions based on values. The author shares the story of Viktor Frankl, who, in the midst of the most degrading circumstances in a Nazi concentration camp, discovered the power of self-awareness and the freedom to choose one's response. Frankl's experience illustrates that between stimulus and response lies the power to choose, and this ability to choose is what makes humans different from animals. The book highlights the importance of proactive behavior in various aspects of life, such as work, relationships, and personal development. Proactive individuals take initiative, solve problems, and create opportunities for themselves. They do not wait to be acted upon but instead act according to their values and principles. The section concludes with an example of a group facing a difficult economic situation. By shifting from reactive thinking to proactive problem solving, they transformed their perspective and found ways to improve their businesses. Proactivity empowers individuals and organizations to create positive outcomes, even in challenging circumstances. The text discusses the concept of proactivity and its impact on our attitudes and behaviors. It emphasizes the importance of examining our language and mindset to understand whether we are reactive or proactive individuals. Reactive language involves absolving oneself of responsibility, blaming external factors, and feeling victimized. In contrast, proactive language emphasizes personal choice, taking responsibility, and seeking alternatives. The circle of concern and the circle of influence are introduced as ways to determine the focus of our time and energy. Proactive people concentrate on their circle of influence, working on things they can control, while reactive people dwell on their circle of concern, feeling powerless over external factors. The text also explores the distinction between the haves and the bees. Reactive individuals tend to focus on what they lack and what others should do differently, while proactive individuals focus on their character and personal growth. Additionally, the text emphasizes the importance of accepting consequences and learning from mistakes. It encourages acknowledging and correcting mistakes promptly, as this leads to personal growth and success. Overall, the text advocates for a proactive approach to life, where individuals take responsibility for their actions, focus on personal growth, and influence positive change within their circle of influence. The text discusses 2 key habits for personal effectiveness. 1. Making and keeping commitments. The essence of proactivity lies in our ability to make and keep commitments to ourselves and others. By recognizing our areas of weakness, improvement, talent, and the need for change, and acting on this self-awareness with imagination and willpower, we build character and become more effective in our lives. 2. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. This habit emphasizes the importance of envisioning the end result or goal before taking action. By defining what truly matters to us and aligning our actions with our long-term vision, we can avoid getting trapped in unproductive activities and ensure that each day contributes to our overall purpose. The text also encourages the reader to take a 30-day test of proactivity, where they focus on their circle of influence, make and keep small commitments, and be a positive influence in their relationships and responsibilities. Additionally, the concept of 2 creations is discussed. All things are created twice, first mentally or conceptually, and then physically or in reality. By applying this principle to leadership and management, it becomes clear that effective leadership should come first, guiding actions and decisions, while management follows to implement the vision. Ultimately, the message emphasizes the importance of proactivity, clarity of purpose, and conscious leadership in achieving personal and professional success. The text discusses the concept of rescripting and becoming the first creator of one's life. It explains that proactivity is based on self-awareness, imagination, and conscience. Through imagination, one can visualize potential within oneself, and conscience helps to align actions with principles. By recognizing ineffective scripts and paradigms, individuals can proactively rescript themselves. An example of rescripting comes from the autobiography of Anwar Sadat, the former president of Egypt. He shifted his paradigm from a nationalistic hatred for Israel to pursuing peace through the Camp David Accord. The text emphasizes the importance of developing a personal mission statement, a written constitution based on correct principles, which becomes a center for one's life. Alternative centers, such as spouse-centeredness, family-centeredness, money-centeredness, work-centeredness, possession-centeredness, and pleasure-centeredness, can lead to vulnerability and imbalance. The author stresses that a person's center determines their sense of security, guidance, wisdom, and power, impacting every aspect of life. A strong personal mission statement at the core provides stability and direction, allowing individuals to adapt and thrive in the face of change. The author, Malcolm Muggeridge, reflects on his life and realizes that pursuits like success, fame, pleasure, and material possessions, which once seemed important, now appear futile and absurd. He identifies various centers that people adopt in their lives, such as friend-centeredness, enemy-centeredness, church-centeredness, and self-centeredness. These centers influence a person's sense of security, guidance, wisdom, and power. Muggeridge argues that the most stable and effective center is principle-centered living, where a person bases their life on timeless and unchanging principles. This center provides a solid foundation for personal development and empowers individuals to make wise decisions and live purposefully. By aligning with correct principles, people can achieve true security, guidance, wisdom, and power, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The author encourages readers to examine their own centers and consider adopting a principle-centered approach to life, as it allows for consistent growth, balanced decision-making, and a positive impact on others and the world around them. The passage discusses different perspectives people might have when faced with a decision, using the example of attending a concert or staying late at work. These perspectives include spouse-centered, money-centered, work-centered, possession-centered, pleasure-centered, friend-centered, enemy-centered, church-centered, and self-centered. The passage emphasizes the importance of being principle-centered, where one considers all factors and evaluates the best solution based on principles with predictable long-term results. Making decisions consciously and knowledgeably empowers an individual to be proactive and effective in their life. It also discusses the significance of creating a personal mission statement, which involves introspection, alignment with correct principles, and becoming proactive about what one wants to be and do in life. Visualization and affirmation techniques are suggested to align behavior with one's values, tapping into the right brain capacity for creativity and imagination. Ultimately, being principle-centered and understanding one's unique purpose empowers individuals to make decisions that align with their values and contribute positively to their lives and the lives of others. This text discusses the importance of identifying roles and goals to create a meaningful and balanced life. It emphasizes the integration of left and right brain functions when crafting a personal mission statement. By identifying various roles in life, individuals can set specific long-term goals for each role. The mission statement should reflect the values, talents, and unique mission of the individual. Long-term goals should align with correct principles and be in harmony with one's mission. The text also highlights the significance of mission statements for families and organizations, as they provide unity, direction, and shared values. Effective mission statements are created collaboratively and involve all members or employees. Lastly, the text introduces the concept of Habit 3 Put First Things First, which focuses on self-management and turning principles into actions. The text discusses the power of independent will as the fourth human endowment that enables effective self-management. It refers to the ability to make decisions, act in accordance with them, and proactively carry out one's program. Independent will allows individuals to act rather than be acted upon, leading to personal integrity and the ability to prioritize and put first things first. It also touches on the evolution of time management theories, from notes and checklists to calendars and appointment books, and finally, to the current generation, which emphasizes prioritization, values, and goal setting. The emerging fourth generation focuses on managing oneself, preserving relationships, and accomplishing results to maintain a balance between production and production capability. The text discusses the concept of Quadrant 2 time management, which involves organizing and executing activities around important but not urgent tasks. Quadrant 2 activities contribute to one's mission, values, and high-priority goals. The text outlines 4 generations of time management, with the 4th generation emphasizing Quadrant 2 as the heart of effective personal management. The first 3 generations of time management lacked the focus on priorities and principles, often leading to crisis-driven living. The 4th generation introduces the Quadrant 2 tool, which helps individuals organize their lives around coherent, balanced priorities. It encourages a Quadrant 2 focus, proactive planning on a weekly basis, and emphasizes dealing with people rather than just schedules. The text then guides readers on becoming Quadrant 2 self-managers, involving 4 key activities: identifying roles, setting goals within each role, scheduling activities, and adapting to changes. By following these principles and adopting the Quadrant 2 approach, individuals can improve personal effectiveness and lead more purposeful, balanced lives. The passage discusses the process of organizing one's week using the Quadrant 2 approach to time management. It emphasizes the importance of setting clear goals for each role in one's life and scheduling time to achieve them. The concept of Quadrant 2 refers to activities that are important but not urgent, focusing on long-term goals and personal growth. The passage also introduces the concept of delegation, distinguishing between gopher delegation, where tasks are dictated in detail, and stewardship delegation, where people are given responsibility for achieving results in their own way. Stewardship delegation is seen as a more effective and empowering approach. Overall, the passage advocates for a principle-centered, proactive, and balanced approach to time management and highlights the significance of focusing on relationships and results rather than just efficiency. The passage describes a father's experience with delegation and stewardship. The father attempted to delegate the responsibility of taking care of the yard to his son using the stewardship approach. The son agreed to take care of the yard, but for 2 weeks, he did nothing. Frustrated, the father was about to resort to gopher delegation, but instead, he decided to give his son another chance. The father approached his son again, and this time, the son took on the responsibility seriously. He began taking care of the yard and keeping it green and clean, eventually doing a better job than his father ever did. The father learned that trust is essential in delegation, and stewardship delegation empowers individuals to take ownership of their tasks. The passage emphasizes the importance of giving people the freedom and responsibility to achieve results in their own way, even if it takes time and patience to develop their competency. Effective delegation is seen as a sign of effective management, and the Quadrant 2 paradigm, focusing on important but not urgent tasks, is considered fundamental to personal and organizational growth. The application suggestions encourage readers to identify Quadrant 2 activities, evaluate time management, delegate responsibilities, and implement weekly organizing using the Quadrant 2 approach. In this section, the focus shifts to public victory, which is built on the foundation of true independence. It emphasizes the importance of interdependence in building effective relationships with others. The author introduces the concept of the emotional bank account, which represents the amount of trust in a relationship. Small acts of kindness, keeping commitments, and clarifying expectations are major deposits into this account, fostering stronger and more meaningful relationships. The importance of understanding others and treating them according to their needs is emphasized. The section stresses the significance of clear communication and setting expectations upfront to avoid misunderstandings and build trust. The essence of personal integrity is the foundation of trust, which can be undermined by a lack of honesty and duplicity. Integrity goes beyond honesty and involves fulfilling promises and expectations, building trust with others even when they are not present. Apologizing sincerely for mistakes is important to maintain trust and build strong relationships. Personal integrity is essential in an interdependent reality, where treating everyone with the same principles fosters trust and respect. Embracing problems as opportunities for growth and cooperation, rather than obstacles, can lead to effective interdependence. In leadership, the habit of think win-win is crucial, promoting cooperation and collaboration instead of competition. Successful leadership involves creating an environment that values cooperation and rewards it appropriately. By adopting a paradigm of interdependence and striving for personal and organizational excellence, effective interpersonal leadership can be achieved. The text describes 6 paradigms of human interaction. 1. Win-win. This is a philosophy of seeking mutual benefit in all interactions. Agreements or solutions are mutually beneficial, and all parties feel committed and satisfied with the outcome. It promotes cooperation rather than competition. 2. Win-lose. In this paradigm, one party wins at the expense of the other. It often involves the use of power and position to get one's way. This approach is competitive and can create conflicts. 3. Lose-win. This mindset involves sacrificing one's own interests to please others. People with this attitude seek acceptance and approval but may suppress their own feelings and convictions. 4. Lose-lose. When 2 win-lose individuals interact, it results in a lose-lose situation where both parties lose and may become vindictive or seek revenge. 5. Win. This paradigm focuses solely on getting what one wants, regardless of others' interests. It lacks consideration for the impact on relationships. 6. Win-win or no deal, the most effective approach in many situations. It means finding mutually beneficial solutions, and if that's not possible, agreeing to disagree agreeably and not making a deal. The text emphasizes that win-win or no deal is the most realistic and beneficial option in most interdependent situations, as it promotes cooperation, respects others' interests, and leads to more sustainable relationships. The principle of win-win is a fundamental aspect of successful interpersonal relationships and leadership. It involves exercising human endowments like self-awareness, imagination, conscience, and independent will in our interactions with others. Win-win requires mutual learning, mutual influence, and mutual benefits, which are built on the foundation of character. 1. Character, integrity, maturity, and an abundance mentality are essential traits of the win-win paradigm. Integrity involves valuing oneself and making meaningful commitments, while maturity is a balance between courage and consideration for others. The abundance mentality believes there is plenty for everyone, fostering cooperation rather than competition. 2. Relationships. Trust is the essence of win-win relationships. A high emotional bank account, built on mutual respect and genuine interactions, fosters open communication, understanding, and synergy, leading to positive outcomes for both parties. 3. Agreements. Win-win agreements focus on results, not methods. They involve clear objectives, guidelines, resources, accountability, and consequences. By establishing such agreements, individuals and organizations can measure success and work collaboratively towards mutual benefit. 4. Win-win management training. By adopting a win-win paradigm, management can tap into individuals' intrinsic motivation and creativity. Learner-controlled instruction, based on clear objectives and criteria, empowers individuals to take responsibility for their development, resulting in greater efficiency and effectiveness. 5. Win-win performance agreements. These agreements emphasize self-evaluation and individual goal setting. Managers serve as facilitators, providing resources and support, while individuals manage themselves within the framework of the agreement. Consequences are defined upfront, creating clarity and motivation for all parties involved. The win-win approach promotes cooperation, trust, and long-term success in both personal and professional interactions, transforming the way individuals and organizations achieve their goals. The text discusses the importance of having a win-win agreement, which involves clear expectations and accountability for both parties. It narrates a story of a father and his daughter, who established such an agreement regarding car usage. The benefits of win-win agreements are highlighted, including the liberation from constant supervision and the fostering of trust and integrity. The text also emphasizes the significance of creating systems that support a win-win approach, both in personal relationships and organizations. It compares win-win with the positional approach to negotiation, and mentions the importance of seeking to understand others first before being understood. Empathic listening is described as a key skill to build trust and connection with others, leading to more effective communication and problem solving. The speaker recounts a situation where he faced a difficult real estate deal and was on the verge of losing it. He describes how he decided to practice empathic listening, seeking to understand the other party's concerns first. By doing so, he built trust and rapport, leading to a successful deal. The text emphasizes the importance of diagnosing before prescribing, which is applicable in various aspects of life. It illustrates how empathic listening can transform relationships, allowing people to open up and find solutions together. Genuine understanding takes time, but the investment is worthwhile in building strong connections with others. The text discusses the concept of synergy and its importance in relationships and communication. Synergy is defined as the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It involves valuing and leveraging differences, creativity, and cooperation to create new possibilities and solutions. The author emphasizes that synergy is essential in various aspects of life, such as family, business, and education. It requires an open mind, a spirit of adventure, and a willingness to leave the comfort zone. Synergistic communication involves listening, respecting, and understanding others' viewpoints, leading to creative and transformative interactions. The text also highlights the significance of empathy in fostering synergy, as understanding others' experiences and perspectives builds trust and openness. Synergy can lead to remarkable outcomes, producing new insights, relationships, and innovative solutions that go beyond individual efforts. The process may seem chaotic or unpredictable, but it offers great potential for personal and collective growth. Overall, the text encourages readers to embrace the principle of synergy and apply it to their relationships and endeavors, creating a more meaningful and productive life. The text discusses the concept of synergy in business and communication. In the context of business, synergy is described as the process of people interacting and collaborating, leading to new insights and perspectives. The creation of a corporate mission statement and the transformation of a traditional planning meeting into a creative, synergistic experience are presented as examples of synergy. In terms of communication, the text emphasizes the importance of valuing differences and seeking a third alternative, where both parties can benefit from the outcome. It contrasts the negative energy and conflicts that arise from an either-or mindset with the positive results of a synergistic approach, where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The example of a couple planning a vacation illustrates the power of synergy in resolving conflicts and finding mutually beneficial solutions. By understanding and valuing each other's perspectives, they transcend their differences and create a transformational, harmonious relationship. Overall, the text promotes the idea that synergy can lead to powerful and transformative outcomes in both business and personal interactions by fostering creativity, openness, and a genuine appreciation of others' viewpoints. Force field analysis is a model developed by sociologist Kurt Lewin to understand change and growth. It involves two sets of forces, driving forces that promote positive change and restraining forces that hinder it. These forces can be logical and economic, or emotional and social, psychological. To create meaningful change, synergy is introduced by applying habits 4, 5, and 6 from Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Synergy involves immersing people in a problem, understanding both perspectives, and seeking win-win solutions. It fosters genuine communication, mutual understanding, and creativity, allowing both parties to transform restraining forces into driving ones. Synergy has been successfully applied in various situations, from family dynamics to complex negotiations and business challenges. In nature, synergy is evident in ecological relationships, where everything is interconnected and creative powers are maximized. The Japanese approach to business exemplifies the power of synergy in creating a successful, interdependent reality. You can enhance synergy by valuing differences, being open, seeking mutual understanding, and finding third alternative solutions that benefit everyone involved. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw is the habit that makes all other habits possible. It involves renewing the 4 dimensions of our nature: physical, spiritual, mental, and social, emotional. 1. Physical dimension. Taking care of our bodies through proper nutrition, rest, and regular exercise. Endurance, flexibility, and strength are key components of a good exercise program. 2. Spiritual dimension. Connecting with our core values and beliefs. This could involve prayer, meditation, reading religious texts, or immersing oneself in nature. 3. Mental dimension. Continually expanding our minds through education and reading. Writing, planning, and organizing also contribute to mental renewal. 4. Social, emotional dimension. Developing our emotional intelligence and interpersonal skills. This includes active listening, empathetic communication, and working together to find win-win solutions. Renewing these dimensions requires proactive effort and time investment. It leads to personal growth, a sense of purpose, and increased effectiveness in handling life's challenges. Intrinsic security and self-esteem are cultivated through living a life of integrity and contributing meaningfully to others. In this passage, the author shares personal experiences and insights related to the concept of renewal and growth. The text highlights the importance of finding meaning and purpose in life, making contributions, and serving others to achieve a fulfilling existence. It emphasizes the significance of taking responsibility for one's own life and actions, and the need for continuous improvement in all dimensions of life: physical, spiritual, mental, and social, emotional. The idea of creating a positive influence on others and helping them discover their potential is explored, along with the significance of nurturing a strong conscience and choosing how to respond to stimuli. The author also mentions the power of deep communication and the value of understanding and supporting each other in personal growth journeys. The passage concludes with the idea that growth and happiness come from consciously using the space between stimulus and response to make choices that align with correct principles and values. This passage describes the transformative journey of Sandra and the narrator towards deep self-awareness and understanding in their relationship. They learn to connect emotionally, realizing that their issues were rooted in past experiences, especially related to their parents. By working from the inside out, examining their paradigms and essential beliefs, they built a strong and lasting relationship based on trust and openness. They emphasize the power of intergenerational living, appreciating positive scripts inherited from ancestors while proactively changing negative ones. The passage also highlights the significance of becoming a transition person who breaks harmful cycles and empowers future generations. The author concludes by sharing their personal belief in correct principles as natural laws originating from God, enabling personal growth and fulfillment. They acknowledge the ongoing struggle to live by these principles, but find meaning and love in the process.